The people have spoken, and it turns out I have missed a tank that was buffed quite substantially in Update 8.9 for Blitz, and it's the AMX 1375. If we take a look in Blitzhanger statistics, you'll see right here that the AMX 1375 got a pretty big rate of fire boost. Its base DPM went from 2,089 to 2,312. Its dispersion factors when rotating the turret got 20% better, and the intra clip went from 2 seconds to 1.33. That's a pretty big difference, and I guess I just missed it. There were so many other changes in Tier 10, the Type 71, and all the other Tier 8 premiums coming into the game. It just went right over my head. But thankfully, you guys in my latest video had a comment, which was the most like one, telling me to do a review on the new updated AMX 1375. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video. Now, I've always liked this tank because it's pretty similar to the AMX 1357 on the fact that both of them have pretty quick clips, very good mobility, and for the tier they're at, really solid DPM. But now the 1375 has a really solid damage per minute, sitting, as you can see, at 2400 base. It's got pretty good dispersion as well at 0.308 for a tier 7 light tank. Usually you're sitting at 0.326. Its aiming time's fantastic. So let's actually see what the 1375 has going for it, how well that 1.33 second intra clip is going to be. Because unlike the AMX 1357, this tank only has 3 shells to work with, which means that you're able to get out all of your 480 damage, is it, in a matter of, what, 2.66 seconds? That is really fast. I mean, that's almost as fast as a Bashatia and Barask. The difference is that this is a light tank, so you're able to zip around the map, not really caring what other people do. So let's see what the enemy team has. They got a 45 TP, a T28 HTC, T71 Tiger P, KV1S T3485, and a T37. We've got a couple mediums and lights. We got a Type 64 and an SP1C. So they've got 1, 2, 3 mobile tanks, and we've got 3. So let's just hope that my mediums and lights stick together. Well, actually, it's just lights, I guess. But yeah, let's just hope that our light group sticks together so we can deal with theirs. Speed. You can see just how fast the AMX 1375 is. It's one of the faster tier 7s in the game because it's got such a solid power to weight ratio. Here we go. Ooh, wow, that terrain resistance in water is not very good, though. That's one thing I noticed about, like, the LT432, or not the LT432, the T100 LT, is that if you drive it in water, it is incredibly slow. I guess that's just one downside of the tank that I happened to notice when I was looking at Blitzhanger, is its atrocious power to weight ratio in water. So up against us, we have the T71 right off to the side, and there's the rest of the enemy team. All right, well, let's tap this T71 once. At least that's a little bit of extra damage. I don't want to be shot by the 3485, if I'm going to be honest. That guy's got about 200 alpha, and, well, I think it's like 180, but it's still more than me. And yeah, I'd have to trade shells, so trying to figure out how I want to do this right now. Here's the T71, who there's a 1 shell into, 2 shells into, and 3. Look at that. Oh, but we lost the same amount because, unfortunately, it looks like maybe the HTC shot me across the map. Well, good news is that because our clip reload is so fast, we're able to get another clip loaded. I'm going to tap that T3485 once and start reloading our clip again. I mean, this is just how quick your clip reload is on a vehicle like the AMX, is that you can literally just reload your entire clip and then back in the cover and reload your clip again before the enemy can even react. Alright, well, here we go, reloading our clip again, backing in the cover, and yeah, this T3485 really stands no chance against me, so I'm just gonna drive away. You guys have fun with him. Speed. So, what did shoot me? If it wasn't, I think it was the HTC, because I still feel like that's the only person, but maybe it was a KV1S camping on the hill. Possible. I doubt it, but let's make our way over towards the hill. And here we go, climb up this. Yes, nice. Alright, yeah, the only tank that isn't spotted on their team is the KV1S, so I guess we'll find out. I'm going to poke a little bit over here, and let's start shooting on the rear of this HTC. There's 1, there's 2, and wow, is that intra clip insane. I mean, I just dumped 650, 70, 718. It's still going up, 736 damage onto that HTC. And now we're going to go 1, a 2, and a 3. 446 right into that 45 TP. Yep, I gotta agree with that comment. This tank is absolutely insane after they've buffed it. I mean, we were just able to dump out 2,500 damage in a very quick game, by the way, but that was just a ridiculous battle. I mean, we were able to take off all of that 45 TP in such a quick amount of time, and then we shot the HTC. Yeah, this tank is pretty enjoyable. If any of you have not pulled out the AMX 1375, I would highly suggest to do so. It's kind of like how the M41 Bulldog's auto-load and gun is. The difference is that the Bulldog's way better with a single shot because of how much DPM it gains, but this gun is the top gun on the AMX 13, so you should run this gun. So let's see what the enemy team has. I got an Action 10, a Mil 1, M6 Experimental, ooh, a T49. A T49 is really the scariest tank for any other light and lightly armored medium driver out there that doesn't have alpha. A vehicle like this is just food for a T49, if I'm going to be real. And I wouldn't be surprised if I pulled around the corner up here and just instantly lost 700 hit points, because that is how the 49 is. So we're going to sit right on this ridge here. This is a perfect spot, and look at that. There's one shell already into the enemy T49. Alright, I'll take it. That's a little bit of damage I'll have on my pellet. The enemy team looks like they sent an enemy Action 10 over towards the other side of the map, which is perfect for me, because that means I can drive over here and aim in some shells onto this 49. Come on, poke me. You know you want to. Oh, there's one shell. 2 shells. That's 300 hit points we just dumped off of that 49. And in 5 more seconds, we'll have our clip loaded again. I mean, just think about how quick we've done that. Alright, here we go. There's a miss, but that's fine, because there's 1 and there is 2. 300 hit points taken off of the 49, and we back in the cover again. Oh my, this gun is insane. The fact that it just reloads so fast, and then we just start dumping shells into this 49 again. Now, the only bad news is that I can still lose all of my health to him, so there you go. Finally, the 49 is dead, and I don't need to worry about him. Now, the tank that shot me in the back is most definitely an LTTB, probably camping in the back bush for some reason. I don't know why, but, oh wow, there's a Vindicator, a boop. Ah, that's a rip. Hopefully the Vindicator keeps backing up. Come on. Yes. There you go. There's 1, and there is 2. 344 hit points. That interclip is insane. Giving any autoloader a really good interclip is a way to make or break it. I mean, if a tank is bad, it's usually because of its interclip. Now, you can see we don't have a lot of pen. I mean, it took me 3 premium rounds to pen 1 shell on that Mil 1. But that is expected. This tank has very, very poor penetration. Let's reload, and maybe we can get some shells into the FE301 over here. I don't want to be shot by that Vindicator, though. That's the only thing I'm a little worried about right now. So I guess we'll find out. There's the FE301, there's the Vindicator, and nice. Alright, now that the Vindicator is taken out, let's push on this FE301. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. That's 512 hit points. And now we just drive in the cover and reload. Alright, well, it looks like our Lek Panzer should be able to deal with that, so I'm going to start pushing up towards the Mil 1, especially judging that the rest of my team has kind of fallen apart. So here we go. Let's use good mobility. Let's come up behind this Mil. There's 1, there is 2, although looks like that second shell actually, unfortunately, ended up bouncing. But let's just get behind this Mil 1. And let's keep using our mobility on him. Here we go. Nice. All right. And let's get another 3 shells. 1, 2, and 3. Nice. All right. Keep on backing up. Keep backing up. Yes, Tiger. Get some shells into the Mil 1. Perfect. That guy got absolutely cleared in a pretty quick time. All right. Now we've got the M6 Experimental. We've got the LTTB left and the Action 10. All very deadly tanks. Yeah, very, very deadly tanks. All right. Well, I'm going to push off to the side. Let's see if this Action 10 is going to keep on going, which he is. Perfect. So let's use that speed and mobility this tank has. Let's get to the side. Let's get 1. Let's get 2. And, well, I want to get a shell into that guy, but I also got to get shells into this Action 10. But I think I did a pretty good distraction on the M6 turning his turret. That way we could easily finish him off. At least the Tiger 2 could easily finish him off. There's an easy shell into the Action 10, and would you look at that? A battle that was a pretty big defeat at one moment we have easily turned into a victory. We're sitting at 2,900 damage, and maybe, just maybe, if we're able to kill this LTTB, we're going to be sitting at 3,000. This LTTB thought maybe capturing the base would help him. Yeah, that's not going to help you. Oh, good. Oh, wait. Auto-aim, don't fail me now. Auto-aim, don't fail me now. There you go. All right. Finally, the last shell is able to connect. Yeah, PC auto-aim is kind of iffy on its shells actually penetrating, and that was a moment there where they kind of said, no. But either way, we did 2,963 damage, and that was a fantastic battle. I mean, there's nothing else to say. AMX 1375 is a keeper, although for me, I kind of have every tank, but it doesn't make a difference. This is a really solid vehicle, and if you wanted to grind down the Bashation line, it's better than ever right now. The Tier 9 was buffed on its armor, and the Tier 9 was already great. Tier 8 I've always loved, and it got buffed as well about a couple months ago. The AMX 1375 got buffed now, and the Bashation got its PBR, which makes it one of the sexiest Tier 10s in the game. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. Bye-bye.